Hey guys, I'm gonna do a short video just to kind of keep you guys up to date. I'm about to cook the Brussels sprouts that I clipped the other day. We're gonna see what they taste like. For those of you who are new to our channel, my name is Leah. I am the owner and co-founder of Abernathy Gardens. Usually my son Tahjai is with me, but today I'm riding solo. So before we get into it, if you all would click the like button, share, comment, and hit the subscribe. Follow us on our journey. So let's get into it. I'm just going to be using a little bit of extra virgin olive oil. I'm going to cook it two ways. I'm going to saute or fry some of the Brussels sprouts into a pan, fry it up and see what it's like. My idea is kind of like, that's my mom back there. It's kind of like fried cabbage, kind of, you know. So let's see what it tastes like that. And also I'm going to cook some in a pot with some homemade vegetable broth I made, water, and some turkey necks. So we're gonna try it both ways, see if we like it either way, and we'll let you know. All right, so here we go. Pouring a little bit of extra virgin olive oil in the pan. I like to turn it on high so it can start cooking and sizzling right away. And all I'm gonna do is I'm just going to put the Brussels sprouts that I pre-cut into the pan, add just a little bit of Creole seasoning is what I actually use. Just some regular Creole seasoning with probably a little bit of lemon pepper, maybe some garlic powder. Let it cook down and I'll come back and let you know what it looked like. So just a couple of quick little tips. When you take anything out of your garden, you want to make sure that you wash them really well. What I always do is I clean my sink and I put all of the, at this time, Brussels sprouts. I put them in the sink with some water and some salt, and I just make sure I'm rubbing the front and back of the leaves or whatever the produce or vegetable is that I'm taking out of the garden at that time. I didn't have too many insects or worms, but I did come across a couple, so you want to make sure that you're washing your stuff really well. And all I'm going to do is add some Creole seasoning, and you know this will probably cook down to just the right amount. And I still have all of this left, and I actually shared some with others too. So those 3 Brussels sprout plants that I had produced a lot. So as you can see, this has really cooked down to not much. So I'm going to add just a little bit of beef broth to this as well. Ooh, my glasses are fogging. And let it cook the rest of the way. It doesn't look like it's going to take long to cook at all. We'll see you in a little bit. So I decided I was going to do a little bit more experimenting. I have all these baby tomatoes from the garden that are finally ripened and ready to be used. And I think that I'm going to chop them up and just add them to the Brussels sprouts towards the end of the cooking process. We'll see what it tastes like. I think it's going to be good. So all I'm doing is just going to cut them in 4s. like that. I love the texture of tomatoes. I love the sweetness of the tomatoes. I think it will pair nicely with the Brussels sprouts. Have you all cooked Brussels sprouts before? Leave comments down at the bottom. Let me know how you cook yours, how you prepare yours, and how you like them if you've tried them before. All right, so while that continues to cook, I'm just gonna take the rest of the Brussels sprouts and dump them in my pot. It always seems like it's gonna be too much, but like greens and cabbage, it cooks down pretty good. So I'm just gonna take some more of my homemade beef broth, not beef, vegetable broth, all vegetables, no meat. Take that broth and pour it on there, add a little bit of water to it. I'm going to use the same seasoning, my Creole seasoning, some garlic, actually, I think I just used the last little bit of garlic, so I'm gonna have to use real garlic. I used garlic powder before, so this time I'm just gonna take a nice 2 teaspoons of minced garlic. Add just a little bit more water to that. I cook my smoked turkey necks separate, and then I combine them towards the end, and then let them mix their juices, and that's it. I'm gonna put a top on it so it can boil. This has holes. I'm actually supposed to use it as a straining pot, but I use it to vent, so that way I don't have to keep checking on my pot or putting the top over here on the side and all that. I just sit it right on there and it'll steam up and cook down, which is what we want. I think this might be about done. Just let it cook for a little while longer. So I'm just going to put these little baby tomatoes right on top. Let them cook for a little while longer. I mean, this whole process so far may have been like, what, 10, 15 minutes? But this, I can tell, is going to be good. I think I just found me a new eat. Okay guys, so I have my final product of the fried Brussels. Looks good. I add a little bit of beef that I had left over. I'm all about trying to not waste any food at all these days. So I've done that. I put my turkey necks on. I've also started and have already cooked down. They've reduced pretty well, the Brussels. I can say they don't have a strong aroma like collard greens does the house. It's kind of more of a mild smell, which I enjoy because sometimes the collard greens could be a little bit too much. But yeah, I will come back and show y'all the final, and hopefully the kids and everybody like it. See you next time. Bye.